গোবিন্দ মহারাজ ওই আসনাট খুলতে আরম্ভ করেছে।
হ্যাঁ,
কোন দিক থেকে?
সব দিকে।
বারান্দা, ওই ঘর, এই ঘর, সব কাজ বন্ধ করে এখন কেবল সবাই মিলে আসনাট খুলছে। ঘরের নিচেকার উঠোন থেকে বারান্দায় যেতে সিঁড়িতে গাঁথা হয়েছে না, তো ওটা গাঁথবে না।
ওটা গান এখন আসনাট।
Quality that is also of innumerable kind, the differentiation, the quantity also, degree of affinity, and the nature of affinity, division, subdivision, subdivision, there are branches, and different branches the Goswami has given. Especially in Madhur Rasa, he has classified in the Jal Nilmani. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, in the science of general devotion, he takes it the general bhakti and the bhakti gradual development, and at the highest position it comes to Madhur Rasa. It is closed there, Bhakti Rasamrita in the first part, and then second part Ujjal Nilmani. There only Madhur Rasa has been dealt with in details. I have not gone through it, but only Chaitanya Charitamrita and other places. We did not venture to enter into the details of Madhura Rasa. Our Guru Maharaj did not like it, but it will come irresistibly within you. You go on, Savan Kirtan, Ujjala Raga Patha Gaurava Bhangi. Rushing our angels, we have to say, it is so high. When it will come, it will awaken within you. You won't be awakened by any other person. Oh, an example was given by Gaur-Kishore Babaji Maharaj in a general way, that Babaji Maharaj, he used to live in a very small hut on the banks of the Ganges. Another gentleman, imitating him, erected a similar cottage nearby. And physically he used to make penances like Babaji Maharaj, eating, not eating, taking bath, some days not taking bath, in this way, physical austerity. Then his remark came one day to one sadhu. Only entering the laboring room, a girl cannot produce a child. The mere imitation, but many things necessary beforehand. So, and also there is another tale. A girl talking to his mother, when when the child will come out of my womb, mother, you please awaken me at the time. The mother told, no, you will have many at the time. It won't be necessary that I shall rouse you from your slumber. So a child is coming, you awake. It is not like that. So, the Sahaja, Babaji, they are laboring hard externally to produce some child. But our Guru Maharaj told, it is no easy thing. Muktanam Rishiddhanam Narayan Parasurulava Prasantatma Koti Shapi Mahamuni. It is highest of the highest. So won't allow you to venture to run towards that extremity. Only no. And behold, the day will dawn by the grace of the Lord. You will not be able to resist that thing. That tendency within you. You go on. Hetamadi Sechinitya Savan Kirtanadi all. The duty of the Mali, of the disciple, to pour water into the root. And natural growth there will be. And then the fruit will come down from here, he will test in this way. So don't venture to rush in that Ujjal money. There is a book where only Madhura Rasa has been dealt in details. And very shortly that is given here and there in Chaitanya Charitamrita in a well-guarded way. We have our approach only there. And whatever little we have heard from Guru Maharaj, from his lips, sometimes we, like a star here and there, we look at them. Not a detailed account we have gone through in the whole self. But whatever we have heard, that is enough. And we hope one day we may be allowed to enter that domain in any life. A vague representation. Ujjal Nirmani. That is good. Sakhi, Nadma Sakhi, Priya Sakhi. In this way, so many groups of Sakhi. And there are then Manjari and department, so many things there are. That is on our head, on the upper side of our attainment. We are hoping, but not unnaturally enter there as a trespasser. That everything will be spoiled. We are not ready to spoil our fortune. Whatever we have got, there is much there. There is much. But any greater prospect, which is impossible for mankind to reach there, why should I be so much ardent, impatient, and to spoil my prospect? I won't go to spoil. What we have got, that is enough. There is enough food. And if we do not find any food there, then to find food to run up, that will be treachery. Eagerness is good, but rushing is foolish. Hare Krishna. Ujjal Nilmani. Chakravarti Thakur has given just in 3 of his summary books. Kiran Bindu Kana. Kiran Ujjal Nilmani. No. Kiran Bindu Kana. Kana Bhagavatamritam. Amrita Kana. Kiran Ujjal Nilmani. Mani Kiran. Ray of the gems. Luster of the gems. And Bindu, a particle of the nectar. Bindu, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu, a drop of water of the ocean. Kiran Bindu Kama. There he has mentioned in a very short sketch, short. Hare Krishna, Gaur Hari Bol. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Gaur Hari Bol.
If there's no one, if Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur did not approve of his disciples to read such a book as Ujjal Nilamani,
Yes.
then who was the book written for?
We are not atheists. That before reading that book, if I die, my prosperity is gone forever. And don't think like that. If I am there in the soil, I am safe. One day I must get that. He gave me some hints. He gave me admission by requesting me to sing the song of the Rupa Manjari. I may think that he had given, at least many of our friends told that he has given you admission. His good wish is there, that I may not misunderstand at least. A gatekeeper. And by the name of Bhakti Rakshak, they say that I am the protector, but I think that I am a gatekeeper. A gatekeeper. By this name, he has appointed me as a gatekeeper. Who will go in? You want to see? Hare Krishna. So I am not giving passport or visa to anyone and that. Hare Krishna. Vaikundi Prasidvadi Chinmoy Mai Bhuti Taha Janmo Nahi Hoy. We have to be conscious that the soil of that land is more valuable than by which we are made of. We tapastha jiva, the material by which we have been created, and where we are wanted to enter, that is a more valuable type of material. The water, the earth, the air, everything. If I be not a traitor of this sort of understanding, then how can I venture? I am allowed to go. I am required to go over putting my footsteps what is more pure and venerable for me. Only for the necessity from that region. That is free. It is not so cheap, it is the most valuable. Jiva Goswami has mentioned in Pandava that why Shukdev did not take the name of Radharani in Bhagavad. He came, he approached, and almost was going to take her name, but he shuddered and pushed back. That is the opinion of thinking the audience, the characteristic of the audience. Sukhdev, he approached to take the name, but again he came back. No. What is the thought underlying this of Jiva Goswami? So we preachers, we must follow that. With scrupulousness. Ujjala Ragavata Gaurava Bhange. So our Guru Maharaj is said to be the incarnation of Jiva Goswami, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Jiva. So Vicharaka Iva Jivaka. I have read, I heard, I put it in his poem and also in another place. Kaviraj Naruttama Raghurupa Sanatana Kirti Dharam Dharani Bharahara Sanatana Kirti Dharam Dharani Tala Kirti to Jiva Kami. He was the protector of the Bhakti Rasa and Ragavata Gaurava Bhangi as Jiva Goswami did. Jivadvai Ravirakhitam. It is high above and tried to prove that from evidences from different scriptures from this Puran, Tantra, Ved, Upanishad, Mahabharata. Jiva Goswami's function was to prove that what Rupa and Sanatana gave, that is the highest in the theological world. To prove that. That was his function. And our Guru's function was similar. To prove that he is above and come to understand these steps and make it understand with me. Come. I won't allow you to spread blasphemy about this same. That is my duty. And Gauriya Math mainly for that. That it is high, higher than the highest. And you all come to fight in the lower position, lower plane. Shruti is Vimigyan. Shruti, revealed truth, in different expression. They are only swaying in that direction. That is the position of the thing. Shruti is Vimigyan. They are particularly showing the direction only. That is this side. And not taken into and analyzed and testing, not like that. It is so valuable, it is adhukshaja. It is the heaven of Sri Krishna himself. Must not be undervalued, undermined. That is the danger in it. The danger of under-vibration. That must be guarded with all our might. And it will self-effulgent. When it will come, it will awaken in one's heart, apatihata, irresistible. And then it will be full-fledged. It is natural. It will be natural. It will be natural growth. One won't be able to return to catch the rain of his progress. Won't be able. It should be such natural. I will find that he is surrounded by that rain. No help. It is such. It will come down. The higher atmosphere will come down to surround. I myself, in the lowest order, I had some experience of the Adhukshaja knowledge. One day I was sitting on that chair there and talking with Manoviram Prabhu and the Sajjananand Prabhu. Suddenly I found there's some subtle plane of knowledge came down and they captured my whole consciousness. My consciousness, limited consciousness, as if it is surrounded. And even at the bottom, at the disposal of that higher knowledge, I felt. So much so that when it is dawn, a few seconds, or half a minute or a minute, then it will be vanished. I began to tell to those that now I am experiencing some wonderful thing, that higher consciousness has come down and it has surrounded me from all sides. I think my ego is within another atmosphere, and that is like something like mist, but that is conscious. Not any other thing, not even because that is a concept of higher substance than I am, than my knowledge. I felt it. Then I thought, we are told that when one is going to Vaikuntha in a chariot, there is this token of chariot. Comes under surrounding, and whenever I felt myself helpless, wherever it will go, I am captured, a captive, I shall have to go there. I felt. I am helpless here. Wherever this consciousness will go, I am a captive within that, in the self. I shall have to go, no other alternative. I conceived this. So that I have come to, that is Adhukshaja. Higher consciousness came down, and within and without I found that thing. Anyhow, it was my feeling that is higher consciousness coming down and surrounding me, and I am a captive in itself. And wherever this will go, I will have to go as a captive. That was my feeling at that time. Previously also I had some conception, what is soul, what is Krishna consciousness, it's flesh. But this is outside. a certain flesh of knowledge. I came, I am there, and it is outside. Some flesh came, went there. This Vishwarup Adhyaya in Bhagavad, not Vishwarup, and that's Trodash Adhyaya. Sarvata Panipadandat Sarvaduk Shirumukham Sarvata Svatiman Loki Sarvamavet Tatisthati. That sort of conception of the Lord suddenly came as a flash and went vanished. That is all external experience, though purely conscious. But this time I felt that as a captive of that knowledge. So, higher knowledge is possible, which is not object to us, which is not object. I am a subject, and that is an object. Generally, things are like that, high or low, but I am subject. But if we are to enter Vaikuntha, all were surrounded by our Guru, who above or below. The whole atmosphere, the land of Guru. Everyone to be served. Everyone to be served. And no one to enjoy or to exploit. Everyone, the whole atmosphere to be served. I am the only servant, and it is required that I shall serve the whole environment and to enter into that plot. Have I got such faith in me of that standard, that there may be such a place where from the bottom to the up, things of all my consideration is all venerable, and I am to serve all of them. I am the only servant, and the whole environment is to be served. Such things actually we must have first. Otherwise, I am a disbeliever. I am an enemy to the cult of devotion proper. I can't be a traitor. I am a disbeliever. If I can't believe that Parabhum is a sphere which is constituted by all venerable unit to me, then how can I enter there? Only the plea of service. I am called, come to serve me. Only I can go there. Otherwise I cannot put my foot in the place. So I believe that. So, Phalpamapasya dharmasya trayati mahatu bhayat. The faith that such things is existent. All venerable soil. The whole soil is venerable. Such things exist. Such firm faith, that is enough. Others will come from them. The land of guardian. They are well-wisher. How much I can love myself, my interest. How can love a child? How can the child knows to love him? His mother, his father, the guardian, they love the child more than the child can discriminate and love himself. So we must have faith in the guardian, in the higher conception of the plane, that there is such, there is consideration, there is affection, there is judgment, there is grace, mercy in the land of my guardian. That is enough to have real faith in such, not an philosophic faith. but practical. A theoretical, a philosophical understanding what to do. Hare Krishna. God is there, Krishna is there everywhere. He is looking after me to have such consciousness, concrete consciousness, real consciousness. The vigilance eye, the guardian's eye. I am bathing. I am bathing in the nurturing glance of my Lord. I am here. The ray of His grace is bathing me. Under His gracious look, merciful look, in front of that I am if I have found faith, there is no miscalculation on the other side. When I have got my position here in a particular step, He is there. Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suraya Divinos Chakshurapatam. Like a sun, the grand eye with mercy extended towards us on our head. I am taking bath in the sun ray, the graceful ray of the Lord. I am taking bath always in that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Gaur Hari, Gaur Hari. Gaur Hari, Gaur. Jai Gaur Hari, Gaur. Jai Gaur Hari, Gaur. Jai Gaur Hari, Gaur. Jai Gaur Hari Gaur, Jai Gaur Hari Gaur. Jai Gaur Hari Gaur, Jai Gaur Hari Gaur.
Is this what Puri Maharaj of Kalna, he said Rupanuga Dhara?
Puri Maharaj?
Of Kalna.
Yes.
He said Rupanuga Dhara.
Yes, Rupanuga Dhara.
Dhara means?
Dhara is current. The current Dhara. There is the line, lineage of current. The stream. The current of pure love that is coming through Sri Rupa Goswami and his predecessors and successors. But he is the middle figure. His predecessor's line has been corrected and scientifically arranged by him, and then through him it is passing afterwards. According to Mahaprabhu's advice, Rupa Goswami has given a scientific form of that dhara, of that current. And what is passing through him to this side, we are followers of that. We want to take bath in that stream. And following that stream, we want to go up. And ocean, go Hari, go Hari. I have written a poem about Prabhupada Mantra. Gauri Gangotati, the land has Gaur, Gangotati on the banks of the Ganges, Gauri Gangotati, Gauri Gangotati, Briyabhida, Navadvipi Tuku, Navadvipi tu Gauri Gangotati, Briyabhida Navadvipi tu Mayapuri, and this, the Bengal, the Gaudis, on the banks of the Ganges, Gangotati, Briyabhida or Parabrya, which is identified with Brija, Vrindavan, is separate, which is double or the separate expression of Vrindavan himself, Briyabhida, Navadvipa, New Vrindavan, or cigarette Vrindavan, Gupta Vrindavan, or Parab Vrindavan, Mayapuri, in the village of Mayapur, Sri Chaitanya Matha Prakasha Kapalu, who established there, Sri Chaitanya Matha, Jivaika Kalyanudhi, at the highest benefit of the Jiva at large. Jivaika Kalyanudhi, Gauri Gangatati Parajanavadvipi tu Mayapuri, Sri Chaitanya Matha Prakasha Kapalu, Jivaika Kalyanudhi, what is the only good of Jiva that was within his mind, and for that he established Chaitanya Math in Mayapur. Sri Siddhanta Saraswati iti vidito, and he was known by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Yes. He was a Gauriya Gudmanai in the lineage of the Gauriya Vaishnava. His name is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Gauriya Gudmanai Bhatu Bhanuriva. He Bhatu Bhanuriva. He expressed himself, no. He shined like a sun in the morning. He shined like a morning sun. Bhatu Bhanuriva Prahatavani Arupanuva Pujita, and worshipped by the followers of Sri Rupa Goswami. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, he established Chaitanya Math on the banks of the Ganges, Mayapur, in Gauradesha, what is a separate facsimile of Vrindavan, and in the name of Guru Parampara, in the spiritual lineage, he, as Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, he was shining like a morning sun and being worshipped by the followers of Rupa Goswami. Rupanuvet Pujita. Surjupasana is done by Radharani. Radharani is worshipper of Surya outwardly. Bhanukunda, all these things. Vishabhanu and the line of Surya, his father's relation. So Bhatu Bhanuriva, Prabhata Gagani, and the morning sun, mild ray, Sunday, Rupanuga Pujita, and all the true followers of Rupa Goswami, they surrounded him with their veneration, and the materials worship him. Rupanuga Janiro Jivan in the Prabhupada's own language, in the Guru Parampara. Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayana, Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya, who is none but Radha Krishna combined. Rupanuga Janiro Jivan is the very life of the section of Rupanuga. Vishwambhara Priyankara Sri Sarupa Jamodara, and the very face of Vishwambhara Mahaprabhu Sarup Damodar and Sri Goswami Rupa Sanatan, and both those Goswami brothers known by Rupa and Sanatan. The name was given by Mahaprabhu himself, Rupa Sanatan. Rupa Priya Mahajan Jiva. Then the favorite of Rupa is Jiva as well as Raghunath, and Priya Kavi Krishna Das. Then to the next step, the Krishna Das Kaviraj, the writer of Chaitanya Charitamrita, he is connected with Raghunath. Kavi Krishna Das Priya Varan Haruttama Seva Paro. Though Krishna Das's guru was Raghunath, but Prabhupada saw that the dhara, the current from Kaviraj coming to Narottam Thakur, the similar current, the Ragamarga. Narottama Priya Vishwanath Chakravarti, then it came Vishwanath Chakravarti, then Baladev and Jagannath. Then Bhakti Vinod Thakur, in him he could trust that the same current of the same high quality in Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And then Gaurkishore Balaji Maharaja also had it. And then you see, I have got always the eternal aspiration to serve the holy feet of Radharani. Shivar Sodhanavi Bara, Sada Seva Para, Taharo Dvaita Dasana. And that person's name is Dvaita Das. Dvaita Dasanam. Aishad Horijan. And I am trying to do this service to this lineage to satisfy my Guru Gauranga and Radha Govinda. In this way he is giving his own the knowledge of his position. What is his position there? We have to follow that, the spirit, and not the form we find there. The physical connection has been ignored, and the flow of the pure knowledge has been traced there in Guru Parampara. And we have to believe, if we have got faith in such thing, then we are a real follower of Gaudiya Math and its creed. If we have these Sahajiras, they attack us. Oh, they have no Guru Parampara. They are all lost. Who will care for that? They have no guardian. Guardianless. They are all mushrooms. Gaudiya Math, Guru was a mushroom. No lineage to be traced. What are they? That is their kolahal, their loud noise.
Accusation.
Loud noise, The Shastra is there, the development, Ramananda Rai, and then other Shastra collected by that Sat Sandarbha, through which we have to understand the Bhagavata, Mahabharata, Gita, and all this Shastra. And where is the substance we are hankering that? The goods, where is the goods is? The good side. The real good side. We want to purchase a ticket surrounding the good shed. It is located here. The Gita says, the Bhagavata says, the Mahabharata says, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and that is the approval with our heart. Yadang Jadi Kutupi Labhati, wherever it is available, in whatever market it is available, and deposit the money, purchase it at once. No, haggling and haggling of the
Price.
Haggling,
Bargaining.
Bargaining in a tedious way. No, wherever you find it, purchase it any value. Wherever you find it. In Bhagavad Gita, yes, there was such valuable thing. In Mahabharata and in Bhagavatam, here and there, such valuable thing is possible. It is existing. Then wherever you find it, purchase it at once. No cost is more for that. Gaur Hari Bol. So I'd like to stop here today. What's the time?
20 to 10.
20 to 10. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari. Jai Gaur Hari Bol. Gaur Hari Bol. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati.
Jai.